It's Limerick Post Show with me, Meghann, Scully. I'm delighted to be joined by Tony and Colm from Protobaby. How are you guys?
Great. Thanks for having us.
How are you getting on with the whole storm at the moment, Storm Francis?
Well, I had my power out anyway, so I had to move somewhere else to do this. Yeah, no power, no Wi-Fi. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know there was a Storm Francis, to be honest. The wind, I'm in work here and the wind was howling away. And I thought, Jesus, it sounds like something's kicking off there. And then someone said it to me, there's another storm coming. I had no clue. I haven't been watching the news lately, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you're probably better off. But I heard the storm was going to be like last night through the night. I was like, oh, I'll wake up now, it'll be lovely. And it just seems to be getting worse as the day goes on. So I think everyone's kind of cooped up now, kind of stay indoors and stay warm and try to away from it all.
But the kids are back to school tomorrow, so I think the queue for the sun should happen, shouldn't it?
I know. I did see someone say that. Someone said, surely we'll get the back to school weather, but I don't know. I'm looking at the weather map, so hopefully something will come, but we deserve it at this stage after all these storms. Lads, the reason I'm talking today is because I was watching the music video, and I've watched a few times now, and I have to say I'm just in love with the venue. And for the new track, Twisted Words, you went into part of the Dock Road. Which building was it exactly?
He wanted a mucky warehouse, so he didn't want any of the clean ones. He wanted the mucky ones. So so it's one of the warehouses on the port itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit strange. The muck was like I think it's like reclaimed red brick or something, like dust from red bricks or something, because it's like you'd imagine Mars would be like, it's just pure like talcum powder red. It got everywhere.
Yeah.
It was so, oh my God, the lighting and everything. So tell us about the video and about putting it all together.
Because we had actors coming down from Dublin and stuff and all that, and so it all fell apart.
One of my friends is an actor in Dublin, and he actually features in one of our other videos. But he was meant to be coming down to play the lead role. He's on Fair City. He's probably dead now from Fair City. Actually, they probably killed him at this stage. But he's in a lottery ad there recently.
That's right. Yeah, I was just about to say that. He's all over it, actually. Yeah, he's the guy playing golf in the lottery ad.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen that ad. Yeah.
But I just thought when I saw the video and I was watching, I was like, that would be such a cool venue for like a gig. If I know we can't really have gigs right now, but even just to do a gig there, because it was just so beautiful. And then with all the lighting in the background, and I loved the kind of warehouse look as well. I just think it all really all added to the whole thing.
Well, we have to thank Mob Lighting for doing that, Michael O'Brien Lighting. They came on board to transform the place, because without that lighting, they just looked like a mucky warehouse. So the lads done a great job, and Matty Moran as well. He designed the lighting, so the lighting was all in sync with our song and everything. So they done a fantastic job.
It really was. It was absolutely stunning. Colm, talk to us about how it's been in lockdown. So for, I suppose, with the gigs, everything cancelled, the music side of things, you haven't been able to I suppose, get on stage like everyone else. How has it been?
Yeah. Like you'd be missing the live gigs. I did a kind of a solo Facebook gig for Kenny's live, and then I've been writing a good bit as well. So that kind of keeps you occupied, and just planning for this album, which is coming out now. But yeah, you definitely miss the live gigs. It's not the same playing on Facebook. It's great to get like instant feedback from people and to have the banter on Facebook, but it's not the same as getting up on stage and dancing around the place like an idiot.
Like I was saying there, the sport, I suppose, is back on TV. We're not allowed to actually attend, but even just having it on TV, watching the lads in a stadium, it gives us that somewhat feel of normality. And I think maybe it would be nice to even see if it's possible for bands to like set up in a venue and play, but show it on TV. Can't go, just to have that feeling of being at maybe like you could get your 5 friends and have the 6 each together in your houses and turn up the music and kind of try recreate the gig feeling if it was kind of a live feed like that, because I just think everyone's listening. Like I know the bands I know the production, everything, but I think as well the gig goers, like there's a real cry out now for live music.
Yeah, there has been a good few gigs like that going on. Dolan's have hosted a good few.
Yeah, they put on a series of live stream gigs called NUA. It was basically like all the sound engineers and lighting engineers from around Limerick got together to put on these gigs, and they done. I think they done 3 nights of them, and there was about 15 in the crew. So fair play to them. They all got together, show what they could do as well, I guess.
Yeah, the sound was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I
A
think
good setup.
I suppose as the $1 million question is, so when will gigs be back on? Like when can we go back to them? But the thing is, we don't know, because we thought there a few weeks ago that you could start having small numbers into venues, but then obviously the guidelines changed and now it's been reversed again. So I think it is only a matter of time. But I guess the only solace for people is the fact that everyone's in the same boat, that it's the same for every single musician around the world actually at this stage. Not
Yeah.
a gig.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I think at the moment with legislation, it's looking like theatres can go ahead with smaller numbers. So we might just see bands just hiring out theatres if the prices are right, like and do that sort of gig. Obviously, we prefer to have a venue where there's alcohol and a bit of crack. But if we had to, like, we'd set up in a small theatre, and do it that way.
Yeah.
We are constantly talking with Dolan's as well, asking them when can we put on a gig. We were hoping beginning of September that might happen, but because of last week's announcements, that's after getting put on hold again. So we're looking at October. But it would be about like 40 to 50 people. Yeah. All distance as well. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we're for, though, isn't it? Only smaller gigs, and then possibly live streams then for social media, even just or even on Zoom for people, so they can just be part of it. And I think maybe they'll have to start looking at maybe selling tickets to get onto Zoom as well, maybe be a cheaper ticket than on the door, and that way then, still making some income, because I think people will pay to watch a gig even on Zoom just because we need it and we want it.
Yeah. When I done my Facebook Live, actually, I done a tip jar, and people could tip a few quid, just to show their appreciation of the music.
It's because I think people, we all understand that it's a job at the end of the day, and there's so many people behind bands and crew and everything that, like, everyone's willing to put forward for it.
Yeah. I feel like sorry for a lot of musicians. It isn't my full-time job. I have businesses myself, so I don't feel as much as a lot of people who are out there gigging all the time and rely on that as an income. But at the same time, like, we as a band, we spend a lot of money producing this. Like you heard the standard of the latest single, Twisted Words. Like, it costs a lot of money to get that sound, and to work with people that can create that sound. And then you don't really have the opportunities to make that money back at all, except for online sales, which we just have to try and push. But I think it's always a lot easier to sell your albums at gigs. So we're definitely missing that kind of income stream.
Absolutely. And Tony, you the record there, anyways. You got a few records.
Yeah, just as I'm talking about all the money, this is where a lot of it went into. So so it's on lovely white vinyl. There's the cover as well. So we're trying to sell these online at the moment. So you can pre-order it on Bandcamp. If you go to Protobaby's Bandcamp page, you can pre-order the album on vinyl, and the new single is on it as well.
Absolutely. I love your single. I just thought, it reminded me of, I went to a Killers gig years ago. I think it was over in Amsterdam, and they had those lights on the wall behind. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that reminded me of being at that gig, just seeing those lights. I just thought it's a stunning video to watch as well.
Yeah,
they're cool lights.
Tom and the lighting guys done an amazing job, in fairness.
So
we didn't know what to expect. We were there. We just played the song about 40 times, and we were like, "Is it going to be any good?" So we were just as blown away by as anyone else when we saw it back. It was like, wow, that's
absolutely fab. Tell us, what is next for Protobaby?
Well, we're trying to do some gigs. The album has gone out to all the press and media, so it's not out till September 4th. So we'll see what kind of reaction that gets as well. It's a whole new thing for us too, this way of releasing an album. Usually be a stream of gigs, so we're trying to set up some gigs after that as well, So hopefully we sell plenty of albums online, get some good reviews, and start gradually doing some gigs.
As I mentioned there, on Bandcamp, Protobaby and Bandcamp, to pre-order records as well and to get the music. So lads, it's a pleasure chatting to you, and I can't wait to see you live again, be it via Zoom or be it, if I can actually get into Dolan's one of the nights, it'll be I know it'll be so good. I think everyone is, I tell you, once we can have gigs properly again, I think there's going to be queues out the venues trying to get into them.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. I know I'll be going to plenty of them myself. Like, you'd really be missing the gigs.
You would.
Definitely.
You just the social aspect so much.
Yeah. Just one thing about the vinyl, actually. If somebody doesn't have a vinyl player, they don't want vinyl, we're selling the digital download as well. And the digital version comes with the vinyl as well. If you want to you can pre-order the digital album as well.
And it will be available in Steamboat Music as well on the day of launch as well, if anyone wants to pick one up rather than ordering online. But we can ship them out to you as well for handy. So.
And when's the launch happening in Steamboat? What date?
Well, it'll be in Steamboat on the day of release, which is the 4th of September as well. Unfortunately, again, we probably would be doing a little gig in Steamboat as well, but there's no point because we could only be allowed 5 or 6 people in probably, so everything is kind of...
We'll keep an eye out for the 4th anyways, and have to say, Colin and Tony, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you guys, and have to say, do check out the music. It's deadly, and the track as well. I love it. So thanks a million for chatting to us on the Limerick Post Show.
Thanks, Meghann. Thanks
Meghann. Thanks for having us.